Hey everybody, what's up? It is time for me to share some real life examples of what I used in the past with this method of brokering slash joint venturing slash, whatever you want to call it. Just in summary, hopefully you've seen all the stuff I've been saying because you've been looking at all those videos I posted. But we've got people with products, offers, coaching, etc. on one side of the market. On the other side, we have people who have an audience. They've got an email list, a list of buyers. They've got their own product and their customer base, right? And we're connecting the two, trying to take a piece. And you may already be on one of these sides. You may have a group, you might have a product, and you can go find these things to promote to your audience and so forth, right? So I'm going to give a few examples. I'm going to switch screens here in a minute to my computer. And I'm also going to share a market where there is a huge opportunity right now that I've been working in, and a few other people that I know that do things kind of similar to this are seeing where there's a lot of potential, because you'll find these groups where they're really good at one thing and they don't really know a whole lot else. And we can take this kind of skill and really get easy wins, really blow stuff up for them and for yourself. So anyways, check it out and look for that part where at the end I'm going to share a market where you can find a lot of these opportunities. Okay, so here we are. Let's look at, I've shown you this diagram before, but I want to go through some specific examples of things that have worked for me in the past. So let's get into it. So here's an example from a few years ago. Company A, that's just obviously not their real name, but this company, they had a feed of advertisers and wanted more traffic. And, big companies do this. Think of AdSense, right? AdSense, Google Ads. A lot of their revenue comes from putting their ads, and they're in the middle, right? They've got a book of advertisers on one side, millions of them, and then on the other side they have publisher websites who publish these websites, and they take a piece. So this was a small version of that, but it was very easy. All I did was give these people what's called an XML feed of ads. You don't need to know what that is. Company B, they had traffic for the specific type of advertisers and wanted to earn more, and so this was a very easy $5 to $6 a month. I earned passively. I think I just took 10% off the top. So obviously they were doing 50, 60,000, between themselves. The company on the left, Company A, they also just took about 20% for their side. So it was like a 70-30 split. Company A took 20, I took 10, Company B took the rest. So this next slide here, this sort of similar scenario as the last one, but this company B, they had traffic through an app, but they had no advertisers. They were kind of techies, very unfamiliar in the technical world, but had tons of traffic. So I know some advertisers, but I brought a partner in who had worked at an ad network and had a list of, few thousand advertisers that he used to manage. So he brought a lot of them on. I handled the setup, and sometimes we were doing over 100K each per month. Should have added that in there. Per month for myself and my partner. I think our biggest month, maybe we each pocketed 140, 150, 150,000. So we did about 300,000, and on the low end, as it kind of ramped up, we were still hitting, 50K a piece. So this one was just like a huge win. All we did was bring these advertisers, set them up, and bam, instant money. We didn't spend anything on, our own traffic. We didn't, no funnels, nothing. Literally just connecting the dots. Okay, let's go into the next example. Here's one I have right now. I have this company I send traffic for as an affiliate, and they said they have a huge customer database, big company in the 100 millions. Okay, Collectively, they're $1 billion company. The division I'm working with is in the 100 millions. And they are like, hey, we need some more offers in this specific niche of a specific type, kind of high ticket webinar style. Do you know people? And you would think $100 million company, surely they can find these. Honestly, they're so focused on what they do, they don't even know what's out there. So I've brought them some, and I didn't have a ton on the left side of these types of offers. I was connected to some, but I went around and I did some hunting and found some. And it's pretty simple. And that's kind of what I want to get into next is this real world example where I see a lot of potential. And you could be in these already or not. It really doesn't matter. So there's all these Shopify e-commerce people, right? There's info product owners. They're a little bit more, they might be out of the kind of affiliate world. They may be more, enlightened to some of this stuff, but still, it can never hurt to reach out to both these parties, right? I've got them kind of on both sides. So here's what I want you to think about is you've got all these Shopify e-commerce stores selling gadgets, products, health supplements, clothing lines, all kinds of stuff, right? And then on the other side, you have info product people. So let's just use an example. Let's say an e-commerce guy sells some keto brand stuff, keto strips, exogenous ketones, whatever supplements, right? Well, there's info product owners selling keto cookbooks, keto how-to guides, workout guides, challenges. There's also a lot of these fashion brands in e-commerce, right? Let's say you find a fitness fashion brand and then you find someone who's got a supplement or they've got a diet plan or something on ClickBank or whatever that's more of, an affiliate product, right? You can just go and say, hey, can we promote this to your list? Obviously, they're a brand. They're going to want to be careful what they promote. And I always, point out, some people ask, some don't, that I'm going to bring things that are non-competitive to what you already do, right? If someone's got a keto supplement, I'm not going to say, hey, offer this keto supplement. But I'm working on one right now where this big company, $100 million company in the supplement space, I have a product that is more of a kind of digestive device. So I'm trying to bring it to them to promote. So you can see so many opportunities here in this space. Maybe you're already in e-commerce or you're already an info product owner and you can start doing this. So I want to just give you this basic, simple script of what you can email out to people, send on Facebook Messenger, etc. I'm just going to read it. Hello, I'm reaching out because my clients have some email and customer lists that I help manage, and we'd like to partner with you to offer your products, services, offers, whatever it is, to them. We believe we can drive good volume if metrics are solid and create an ongoing stream of revenue for your business. Please let me know who I should reach out to for partnerships and details. Thanks. I almost never get turned down on this. Some people, they may take a while to get back. Some, you got to chase down. Now, another thing you could do is you could reach out, post on LinkedIn, post on Facebook, post in related groups. Hey, I've got X company with traffic. I've got X company with an email list. I've got X company with this type of product. Is anyone in this space? We'd like to promote on a rev share. We'd like to put this product in your pipeline so you can earn more revenue, right? So whatever it is, the point is that they don't have to put up any money. That's a great thing. No one here is really putting up any money because we're working off of cash flowing existing assets. So most people are just like, oh yeah, of course. And if they're like, well, is it going to work? Blah, 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 blah. Just say, well, it's revenue share. It's pay me on a percent and we test it out. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But if it does work, then you're going to put it in their email pipeline, their customer follow-up pipeline, etc., where this becomes an ongoing, fairly passive revenue, traffic, whatever source for you, kind of like the one I pointed out above, where I just brokered that ad feed for like 5K a month, right? It's not retirement money, but it was a super passive. You know how many rental properties you'd have to rent and rent out to make $5,000 a month passive? So that's a cool part to this too, is it's fairly passive. You just have to put in time. So tweak this script, play with it, reach out to people you know. That's always a great spot. Make a list. Hey, who's in this market? Are they a product? Are they an audience owner? Maybe, you know, there's a lot of different possibilities. App owner. I didn't say apps a whole lot, but apps work too. We want to cross promote these things. So who else is in the same side of the other market, right? Keto supplement, keto info product, whatever it is, right? And e-commerce is just blowing up. There's these guys doing, let's just go back here for a minute. These e-commerce people, some of them, they've 100,000 plus email lists. They do nothing with, right? And you know, some of them, they're doing like 100,000 a day in revenue, maybe only 10% profit, but they're creating these huge customer buyer files, which are worth a lot, and they don't even have time to do anything with an email list. So you can go promote it. One key point I will say is look for products that you already know have converted. So when you're looking on both sides of these equations, you know, go to the coach who's sold his product some. He hasn't had to have knocked it out of the park, but he sold it some. Maybe you can help him grow and launch even bigger. If it's a supplement, if it's an info product, it's a fashion brand, make sure they have some sales going. You don't want to bring this left side of products, offers, etc. over, and then on the right side, it doesn't convert, and you don't know if it was the offer was bad or it just wasn't a fit, right? So if you know this is a good buyer file, email list, and you know you've got a product that is converted in some capacity, it's not brand new, then that's the best place to start. I'm not saying you can never do it, but it's the best place to start. And it will help these relationships. Then maybe when you're launching a client's new product or you have your own product and you've developed that relationship, then you can be like, hey, can I do another product to your list, right? So that's a quick way to grow. You don't even have to have your own product. You don't have to have your own traffic. And no one in this equation has to put up any money because we're just cash flowing their existing traffic, products, etc. So anyways, get out there, tweak this script for you, and go out. If you're in the group, post up, see what you come up with. If you have questions, reach out to 5 people and just see what they say that fit in these categories. And get back to me in the group, or if you're on the email list, and let us know what you found. Love to hear how it went and hear people's progress. Okay, so hopefully that video made sense. Like this concept, you got to find these people and set them up, but when it works, it really works. It's almost like feels like magic or like cheating or something. Like, oh, I just brought these two together and now it's just printing money month to month, or maybe you launch it every quarter, right? And you get some revenues off of that. But go out, try this, comment, ask questions. If you're in the group, ask questions. I want to hear your feedback. I want to know how it's working for people. Maybe I can help you tweak something or find some other markets, but it's a big opportunity out there for this. And don't go feeling like, oh, well, why don't they just do it on their own, etc. Most people have tunnel vision in business. They know this. They don't even know what anyone else is doing over here. Trust me, that's one thing I help companies do, and why I've done well is because I brought something from one market that worked well to a new market where they never heard of it, and boom, it just blew up. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and ask questions, go out there, talk to 5 people, 10 people, post, and let me know what you find.